Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Josh Schwaneke. Thanks, Kier, from Amway, and I'm a data scientist in the R&D division, which means that I build tools and provide data solutions for the scientists, engineers, formulators that are putting together new products in our portfolio. Um, in advance. So today, what we want to talk about is a discovery tool that we're using that we put together in our product pipeline, and how we came up with an idea, and then figured out how we worked with the AWS team to figure out how we could implement that. Yeah. So Amway, within Amway's story, plants are very important, a very big part of everything that we do. So our products are sold by independent business owners who are in business for themselves and selling the products that we make. And that plant story, and knowing that the products that they're selling have high quality ingredients and where they came from, and that there's a scientific story behind that, is very important. So we're always looking to find new ingredients and be able to have stories to tell along with them. And so that's what led to this effort. So really what that started with is we needed an intelligent ingredient discovery tool that would allow us to pull information from across many different public and proprietary sources to identify new botanical ingredients. And we wanted to make sure that this was something that was accessible to our scientists that were maybe microbiologists, biologists, chemists that did not have a very strong IT technical background. So we knew we wanted to target a natural language interface for this project. We wanted to be able to reuse information so that this does not have to be continually reinvented. And then at the end, have a story that we could tell to increase the scientific credibility, to not just find the ingredient, but also be able to show where it came from and to show the references of why that information is trustworthy and important. So we knew going into this, we had an idea of what our data sources were and what some of the technologies that we wanted to use were, both large language models and various types of relational and graph databases. But we didn't have a ton of experience on our team in that way. So we came to our AWS partners and really describe, hey, this is what we're wanting to do. Is there anything you can do to help us put together a solution? And that's where Oscar and others came to us with the EBA process.
Okay. Well, thanks, Josh. And hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. My name is Oscar Hernandez, and I lead the AWS Global Account Team covering Amway AltaCore. And I work really closely with Amway's executive leadership team around the world. And I know Josh and team now really, really well. A little bit about me. I've been at AWS for a little over 3 years, but I've been part of the AWS ecosystem since 2008, where I've worn multiple hats as a seller, go-to-market strategist, and people leader, but all of my time has been focused on delivering tangible business value and driving great outcomes for my customers. Now, today, I'm super excited about this opportunity to share a quick overview of my favorite customer accelerator, the Experience-Based Acceleration, or EBA. Now, to define it, EBA is a transformation methodology and mechanism that uses a hands-on, agile, immersive approach to build capabilities and accelerate your target outcomes. Now, for leaders, the EBA builds organizational capability and delivers a business relevant KPIs. It breaks down silos, it addresses leadership blockers, and it develops sustainable working models to maintain momentum. For managers, they benefit from the EBA because it accelerates their results. For builders, the EBA empowers teams to build end-to-end solutions really, really quickly. Now, all this business value is derived in a highly cross-functional and collaborative engagement that culminates in a 3-day experience where the AWS team and customer team work shoulder to shoulder in what we think of as a party, and where everybody comes together to build out a target capability. Now, no matter where you are in your cloud journey, the EBA can help in every stage. Whether you're starting your cloud journey by migrating for the first application to the cloud, or whether you're innovating in the cloud with generative AI, there's something for everybody. A few quick examples are an EBA for platform readiness or cloud foundations, an EBA for migration, or an EBA for modernization or FinOps, or an EBA for just innovation, or even an EBA for generative AI. And the best part is that you don't have to choose just one outcome or just one EBA. These can be combined to make your EBA even more impactful, or they can be sequenced out to deliver meaningful outcomes at scale. And at the end of the day, the goal of the EBA is to make your cloud journey successful. Back over to you, Josh.
Great. Thanks. So, the first step that we had to go through was really kind of align all of our all of the needs within our R&D leadership team and amongst the different functional areas. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the current process is really around we might have scientists that are searching the internet and searching databases that they have for lots of literature and reading the literature that they might look. And there's just only a limited capacity of time that people have to be able to do that. So we knew that a very large thing that we wanted to be able to do was be able to have these individuals be able to ask questions and process that information very quickly. So that was really the goal that we kind of set out to with the executive alignment, was to say that we wanted to be able to make it so that any scientist in R&D that was looking for a new ingredient would be able to accelerate that effort. And then along with that, that value would go to the people in the lab that would be doing tests. So we want to reduce the number of tests that they might have to do, and then also be able to give good information to our regulatory teams and our product development teams, so that all of those iterative steps would be able to be reduced. So we understood, we identified all of those individual verticals within the product development function, and decided that was what our outcome was going to focus on. From there, once we had aligned on that, we get to the preparation stage, which meant that our team was focusing on finding the information, finding all the data sources that were going to be available, and transforming them into a way that was going to be ready. And that was a very intense, a very focused effort between our team and the AWS team about just understanding what types of things we would need. There were also several accelerators on technology to help get us up to speed, so that we weren't diving into these tools for the first time. So a lot of tutorials, a lot of working sessions there. And then also identifying what all of our needs gaps were going to be about, what types of expertise we want in the room, what types of other information might we want to see. We also knew it was very important, since, as mentioned a few times, that this is a tool for the scientists and engineers and formulators. We made sure that they were available during the EBA, so that they'd be able to see, like, is this actually going to answer questions that I have in a time that actually does save me from having to go through all of the effort that I would normally do if I do this research manually. So at that point, we moved on and we actually had the EBA. So as Oscar mentioned, it was a 3-day intensive with people that had the Amway engineers hands-on keyboard, people from our team, as well as a few others that we pulled in. And then the AWS team, as well as additional AWS resources that were online on demand, and then those end customers. And we did a lot of iteration, and did a lot of experimentation, and went in some directions and had to pull back. But we really got a lot done in those 3 days. But it didn't end there. So since that time, we've still had a lot of intense support from the AWS team to turn this from here's a thing that works, that's a demo. I mean, not just a demo. We've actually already used this on some projects and generated value, but getting it to something that's going to be able to live kind of on its own without a ton of handholding. So I would say the EBA was about getting something usable, and that time since then, we've still been working very closely with the AWS team to get that to something that we're going to be able to use long term. So some of the outcomes we've seen. So being able to reduce both the time and the number of ingredients that we have to screen in the lab, that's been probably the biggest thing for us. And along with that, when we have to actually take the time to do less tests, our output has gone through, and we've started to realize some of those already. The scientific credibility story, to be able to show that this is how we found this ingredient. This is the other universities and research organizations that have contributed to the breadth of knowledge on that, has started to tell that story on some of our products. And just the ability to improve accuracy and speed, and pull the scientists into the process and allow them to iterate and ask questions quickly, has been a huge benefit so far. So just to say a little bit about the process that we went through in the actual event, it was a very collaborative environment. We split up into about 3 or 4 major functional areas, but every time that there was a little bit of success, we celebrated as a team, and that really allowed us to stay focused and to get a lot done. We did make a lot of quick decisions that allowed us to progress to the next one, even though I can think of one major example where we used a tool that was not going to meet our long-term requirements, but it allowed us to get to the next step and keep moving. And actually, in the several weeks since we had the EBA, the ABS team has been helping us to migrate to the tool that's going to work for us a long time. We were comfortable being uncomfortable. There were a lot of setbacks, especially the first day. It really looked like we were not going to have the information that we needed to complete. But there was a lot of patience. There was a lot of, what if we try it this way? That allowed us to make it to a goal, and we really did accomplish more than I thought we would in that time. And we had a lot of fun. I mean, we took time to celebrate. We celebrated each other. We learned a lot, and it was just really a great collaborative environment. That was the building for more future efforts. So the kind of the quote to summarize, at the end of the day one, I thought we had no chance of finishing. But through the efforts from our team, the AWS team, both in the room as well as elsewhere, I was surprised at how much we were able to accomplish. We got to a working tool that we were able to generate value to our scientists and formulators within those 3 days. And it's going to be something that is going to be helping our development pipeline, I think, for years to come. So with that, I am happy to take any questions.